metabolic syndrome. Okay? Right. Malnutrition, hypertension, mental health. You see lithium in your, what do you call that, your hair profiler. Now basically lithium turns up more in female than male. Now all ladies go through some amount of depression during your PMS. Okay? Now that is actually due to mental deficiency of metabolic syndrome. So you have some amount going on. If you correct it with the right nutrition, you can prevent that. Even some people have severe PMS, some people have a lot of postmenopausal symptoms. You can actually correct it if you understand what's happening at the metabolic level. Okay? Gut health. And this one I recently saw yesterday. I walked into the dentist. My husband had to pull out his tooth. He was very scared to go alone. Right? And the doctor said even periodontitis is because of metabolic syndrome. And fair enough, I found a lot of papers on it. Okay? So the pathophysiology, I'm not sure how to go back in it. Pathophysiology is stress. Not the normal stress because people scold you or traffic, yeah? But it's what's happening inside your body. Oxidative stress, inflammatory stress, obesity-induced organelle, malnourishment stress, and each amplifies each other. They just amplify themselves. So if you have one or two, you'll end up having more. Okay. So now we're going to look at each stress in a very fast way. So basically this is also from internet. Okay. Energy intake, less energy expenditure. Your genetics also plays a role, and other environmental factors. Everything causing the oxidative stress and shifts this person who's normal to become metabolically prone. So as I said, every one of us have at one point will be having metabolic syndrome like condition going on in your body. It's how our body can correct it. It's when we can't correct it, we go to the full-fledged. So oxidative stress, basically because of wrong diet, fat-rich food. The best thing is inadequate concomitant consumption of antioxidants. Okay, that is, you don't take fruits, vegetables, supplements when you go on a lot of fat diet, and also the simple carbohydrate diet. Okay, coexisting carbohydrate and lipid metabolism dysregulation if you are genetically prone, and environmental pollution. Okay, environment also has a role to play. So oxidative stress, what really happens? It all goes down to oxidation of RBC. Okay. It's all a simple oxidation happening in your red blood cell. So what happens when the oxidation takes place? There's alteration of reduced oxidized glutathione ratio. So you know why we have to replace glutathione now? One of the main things. You go to the basic. You give the person glutathione, you correct the oxidative stress. Okay? Increases peroxynitrite. This is a nitrous oxide metabolic product. We all know that nitric oxide is very important for vasodilatation, BP control, general health. Now that is destroyed and we get peroxynitrite. It's NOO minus. Okay? What this peroxynitrite does is, what it does is inhibits glycolysis, causing your cells to go into sort of a hypoxic state. Increases the Hb affinity to oxygen, so your carbon dioxide is not removed. You know how it's removed, right? Oxygen have to let go the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin binds with carboxyhemoglobin and all those basic. So that doesn't happen. So your arterial pressure of CO2 increases, and that makes the red blood cell very susceptible for phagocytosis. So, and you know when macrophages consume anything, what do? Immediately next thing, they see something, an insult, they engulf it inside, what do? They release pro-inflammatory factors. Yeah? So imagine the amount of RBCs we have and the amount of pro-inflammation that we can produce just by oxidative stress, which happens every day. We eat, don't we? Right? Okay. And then that also causes tyrosine to nitrotyrosine. It's an independent predictor of cardiovascular risk. Okay? It inhibits the Krebs cycle, causes tissue hypoxia, deactivate glutathione peroxidase, increases meat